Hello, welcome to the Age of Listening channel. There will be nudity on the cards that are on here, so you can flip over to a different channel if you are not age appropriate or you don't want to see it. Okay, anyway, hello. So I'm answering a question of how do I align myself or be centered, which was asked by a subscriber here. I'm a kind of wheel of fortune sort of gal. So everything for me is always in divine timing. I'm allowing things to unfold in due course, and I am quite laid back about things. I very rarely do cards for myself because I'm obviously doing things I need to do in life, but I'm aware that I'm doing my best and I'm in a place of thankfulness and appreciation. So I'm going with the flow and being light and breezy, positive and expectant. But like the Hermit card, if I got here, like the Hermit card, I do a lot of zoning out. See my zoning out video. And I'm aware that it's important to stay above the fray and the dramas, which that video all goes into. I'm not wanting to repress my emotions, but neither do I want to watch things that are emotionally manipulative, you know, or be around people who aren't emotionally in control. So when we look at how do I align myself and how do I center myself, the question was quite difficult and I had to spend a little bit of time because I kind of do it rather than think about it. So like the Hanged Man here, I view the life experience, I view this life experience as in an alternative way. You know, most people view life like that. Most people view life like that, where what we've got to do is view life like that, an alternative way. And if you want to be aligning yourself and you want to be a centered person, spiritually progressing through what some people call the Kundalini experience, which I've only just begun to understand about, you're on a different path than most people. Most people are functioning on a level of just paying bills, who will I marry, looking good to others, and lots of fear and worry. I'm more interested in what it is my guide is interested in doing. What is it that I need to accomplish to move up to better my soul's original journey of purpose? And I've experienced kind of lots of tower cards, tower moments. Have I got one here? Have I got my tower card? I did have one. I brought it out especially. Oh, there it is, yeah. So I have experienced these tower moments, and so I do know what a wheel of fortune moment feels like. But my journey so far has been one to evolve from childhood experiences and not let them define me. So it's all about sticking up for myself, not worrying what others think, being independent, autonomous, all of those good things. And that usually is enough for most of us to cope with in this life experience. But if you're not trying to evolve and progress, you're really not buying into what this whole game is all about. And this game is to accomplish and succeed at everything spiritual, in spite of the emotional craziness that is usually there to distract us. But that craziness and that distraction is actually an opportunity to strengthen and give yourself some fortitude in times, you know, that are very, very difficult. So disentangling myself from the drama, keeping myself open to healthy relationships, are an absolute necessity if you want to keep yourself aligned. As I've explained in a previous intuition step video, it's important to keep yourself out of the sludge in the first place. And half the problems is that we don't go enough into, where is it now? Oh, here. We don't go enough into number 4. So 4 is all about manifestations and foundations, stability. This card for me is the recalibration. All is well, but you're taking a bit of time out, and that twinned with that is really 2 cards that you should look at of realignment. I don't really feel the need to sit cross-legged and chant for 30 minutes to align myself, and I know that's going to offend a lot of people, but I don't need to do that, because what I did, and I'll put a link up at the end of the video for what I used to have that Kundalini experience. And once you have that experience, all you then have to do, let's cover up his private parts, it's right in the middle. What you then have to do is just keep a toe in, rather than 30 minutes every single day of depressurizing yourself. Okay, so I know it's hard work in the beginning, and it is a lot of hard work in remaining centered, but a lot of people actually have to get to that point where they are centered in the first place, and that is quite a big thing. It's quite a big ask if you don't know what centered actually means. What is alignment? How do you know if you're in alignment? And it really is all about having that Kundalini moment initially, and it kind of kick-starts being what centered feels like. And it's I'm hopefully going to put a picture up here, but it basically, you feel like it's literally have I got a picture here? It's literally just you. It's literally just you and the planet Earth, or this life experience, or the universe. It's you and the universe, and that's all there is. It's complete silence. It's, some people call it the great void. And it's just got such an amazing, it's such an amazing experience. All you want to do is just keep revisiting that and revisiting that. And then what you have to do is draw out that experience, because you have to come out of that, and you draw yourself slowly out of that experience, where you've kind of got one foot in the world, you've got one foot in the spiritual world, a little bit like the Temperance card, which I haven't got here. That's such a shame. I put it away as well. I knew I should have had it out. But the Temperance card, where she's got that one foot in, and one foot in the water and one foot on land, and that's kind of really, that's a card for me all about centeredness as well. You know, that's going into being centered, and the Star card is about being centered. So for me, it's a 24-hour, year-round, decades-long path of enlightenment. And that's why letting people go who are sort of negative and judgy, drama-filled, is something that is kind of got to be done. And I know that when you've got children, or you've got parents that you have to interact with on a day-to-day basis, then zoning out of that atmosphere, rising above it, going into the bell-shaped jar, as some people call it, is essential. And I know I sound possibly harsh about all of this kind of cutting away, and I do go on about this in all of my videos, really, the importance of rising above and not being emotionally fueled and being emotionally reactive, but staying in that beautiful temperance state is the way to be. But if you are in a position where oh, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, so all the time people go from kind of one chakra cleanse to a Reiki tutorial to yoga retreats, hoping that this is what is going to fill that desire, that gap that they feel. And nothing does it until you work out that the power and fulfillment comes from your hard work. Your hard work, knowing who you are. And this card is my card of initiation. This is what in the secret societies, this is in my initiation card. And I know people look at this, you know, think, no, that's, I'm surrounded by things. It isn't. This is mastery. This is accomplishment. This is action. This is kind of the energy warrior. She's giving up because the swords are behind her. She's giving up what she used to feel. The blindfold is to recognize that she was blind and she was bound by her old ways of thinking, but now she's coming out of that old way of thinking. So it's actually a very, very positive card, but people don't often talk about it like that. So the classes and all the exercises, etc., etc., they are going to sort of make you feel good for a time. They may give you access to an alternative way of thinking and feeling, but they're an add-on, not the substance. The true freedom that is going to come is through your hard work on your own, where you search for that Kundalini moment, where you sit yourself down, like I did in the video, and that I'm going to link at the end, where I show you step by step how to have that Kundalini vibration. If any of you have watched the program Stranger Things on, I think it's Netflix, her getting into the salt bath, she's having a Kundalini experience, or she's within, but I mean she's doing what I was doing, and it takes her and transports her outside of her body. That's kind of similar sort of experience, and because she does that so much, her powers are stronger and getting stronger and stronger. She does it more and more, and she understands the craft of the fact that of how powerful she is. But it's always been in you, but you have to unlock it. And the hard work that you put in to keep that frequency going high and keeping connected to creator energy, all the answers are going to come to you by your own, call it higher self or your own guide, because you'll be able to, for the first time, hear the wisdoms for yourself. It's all about gumption, guys. It's all about inner strength, doing the work, having that self-control. And there is no substance in any of the classes and all those things until you realise that the substance is in you. And I mean, basically my guide's version of the awakening Kundalini experience, I never called it that, and I've only just realised that that's what it was. When you go and look at it, have a look, and it'll make everything clear. And after you've experienced that, then all you have to do is keep one toe in, like the Temperance card, because then that's when the work really begins. Because all of the struggles that we face in life, you know, all the things that keep us up at night, the things that usually would make us feel very, very alone and in mourning, the things that would usually kind of rock us, they won't exist as strong as they did in the past. What will happen is that you will be able to center yourself, put one toe back into, just one toe back into the Temperance card, and retreat to that hermit place, gather yourself together, and then you come out understanding what it feels like to be free. I mean, hopefully that will explain how because I was asked specifically, you know, what do I do to keep aligned? It is all about simple steps of take the time and effort to get into the great void. Find that great void, and you do it by being alone. You do it. It's got to be a singular experience. It's got to be an experience where you shut off everything and you refuse to leave until you've experienced it. I was watching that last film with Rey from the Star Wars films. I think it's The Great Awakening or The Great Rising or The Last Rising, something like that. And from the beginning of the film, I think it's the first scene, you see her going, she says something like, I am here, or are you with me, or I'm with you, or you're with me, something like that. And she's trying to get her ancestors to come and join her. And in that time, it's not happening for her. And she kept trying, and nothing would happen, and she'd give up and she'd get frustrated. And like I've said to you in that video that I'll put at the end, you know, there is many opportunities to give up. But I'm telling you, if you don't give up, if you keep on going, eventually you will have that Kundalini moment, because the universe always says yes. It doesn't say, no, I'm not giving it to you, you're not worth it. Those that strive will find. Those who seek will find. Those who listen will hear. So it is all about perseverance. Get that Kundalini experience, and then once you've had that, come back to me. Tell me about what it was like and how it made you feel. And then the trick is, keep every toxicity at arm's length. And I tell you, when you learn to do that and keep your centeredness, you'll be given lots of opportunities to kind of battle, try and stay on the lane in spite of situations. And that's brilliant lessons, because it's not life having a go at you, but it's a test to kind of go, right, now you've passed the first lesson, now let's see you do it with troubles, and not be defeated, because you won't be defeated. You won't. Instead, your guide will show you how to overcome them, and have those kind of 10 moments where you've completed a cycle and you experience what freedom is really like. Okay, that's my answer anyway. Give me a thumbs up. Bye.